Daddy long that guy. And shout out to Red Light Crew.
Hey, you're one of 12 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
Yeah, you know what? To find that better, I think the key there is... I just lost my train of thought.
Nation Real Life, middle of summer episode. Yaremchuk can't figure out.
This is going to be a good one. I got a good feeling.
Things are generally falling apart. Wanye can't hear anything in his ears. Chalmers is obsessed with the Roadcaster Pro and seeing his own levels.
It's so beautiful.
We're testing out the new equipment today, Chalmers, because we're upgrading shit in advance of the podcast studio.
I was all about this thing last week when we talked about it. I'm just happy to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We got a lot of like cool buttons in here, like.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. It's good to have sound effects. Now, is everyone sounding better because of the board in my ears?
Yeah, like it should be sounding a little bit more crisper right now, right?
Sounds good.
Yeah, crispy.
So you're upgrading all the audio. Tell us the story of the mics we got that you just told me before the show. It's so infuriating, Chalmers, to buy the wrong shit. Because go ahead.
A mic's a mic.
No.
Go ahead.
Doctor. So basically,
Do you have a sound effect for that?
Whoever bought, what's this one do?
See the people are on your side.
So basically, whoever bought these mics, these aren't like podcasting mics. These are like music recording mics because they capture everything. They're omnidirectional, so everything behind them, below them, on top of them, in front of them, everything. The mics me and you were using are meant for talking because they're going to capture pretty much what's right in front of you.
You got to give the right mics to the pros.
So that's why when, like, I guess people
But they're also like twice the cost they should have been.
And they look like twice as cool.
Fuck.
So basically, I was talking to someone down at the audio shop who shall remain nameless because they wouldn't sponsor us.
Bastards.
For now.
And the guy was just like, who the hell bought those? And like, what were they thinking? So I'm talking to them right now about swapping them out for some real good quality podcasting mics. And then everything will sound even better than it does right now.
And this is the run up to the podcast studio opening. So give you an update, Chalmers, where we're at. We were building a podcast studio in the basement of Little Brick. It's been going now since June of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So we're about 13 months in. Chalmers and I framed out a room downstairs, didn't we?
Absolutely.
We had walls.
Yep.
Framed in bulkheads. Contractor came in because we're also building a second project.
Oh, we even had wiring done.
True.
We got it all electrified.
Contractor came in to build the sub-basement kitchen for Little Brick, ripped all our shit out.
Yep. Wasn't up to code because of the fireproofing in the old building.
Oh boy!
And for some reason couldn't just do it around the wood. What a waste of money that was for them to rip it out and then frame it right back to the way it was.
And I said, "Are you sure you have to?" And they're like, "This is the way she goes, sir. This is how she got to do her up to code." All right, fine.
But like, it's not like the wood and the walls weren't up to code. It was like the shit behind it wasn't up to code.
I was like, me and Chalmers have built tons of rooms.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, whatever. This is what it has to be. So now it's in. Walls are in. Double drywall.
Yep.
For massive soundproofing. I got a stack of egg crates over there that reaches to the sky. They're gone now.
Nope, they're on the other side of the room now.
Yeah, so the roof will be extra soundproofed. Half the podcast studio is going to be brick wall. And we're getting screens mounted on it vertically, so there'll be like ads and shit. And like if people Skype in, you can see them on the wall, which is cool.
Yep.
And the other half will be all our crap nailed to the wall. We'll be seating for maybe like 6 people around the table. And then we've got some old Rexall Place seats for the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little beer fridge and shit like that.
Yep.
So then we had people come out and assess it for wiring it up for video and audio.
Mm-hmm.
And they came in and presented us with a bill. Looked like we wanted to purchase a Lamborghini.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at. And then it flooded on Sunday.
You threw the windows, eh? I saw
Nope.
the window wells were full of
and
water.
finally, if we get enough rain, it'll back up.
I heard the plumber talk about today. He said there's nothing wrong with the building.
Yeah.
They scoped it with a video all the way out. There's no roots or anything like that. It's just it drains into the city's main drain in Riverdale.
Yeah.
And that got so much flash flood.
Did they not install a backwater valve? So a backwater
Chalmers.
valve.
They have a U valve.
Thank you.
Chalmers.
I have asked for that specific. I called it a ball valve, so I apologize.
No,
but I've asked for
fine.
that specific thing
Yeah.
numerous times.
That is like one of the things that when we start to reno a house, it's literally the first thing
We have a U valve.
It doesn't matter.
Keeps water in to keep a stink out.
Yeah, that's
do
not
you
going to
think
stop
we
a
need?
backup. So it's a backwater valve. It's basically a flange that allows water to go out, and then if the water ever builds up pressure on the outside of the building, the flange will the force of the water will shut the flange, not allow it to back up into your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We
So
could use one of
most
those.
backups come from a floor drain or a toilet in the basement, right? That's when people have the worst types of floods you can have because that's sewage, raw sewage. And so, yeah, backwater valve is like the most important thing you can do to a house. And they just, we started doing that probably about 10, 15 years ago.
Well, the house is 1903, so we're slowly bringing it.
No, I know, but like,
why wouldn't this be the time they do?
Why wouldn't this be the time they cut out literally a 2 foot by 2 foot hole and just did it? But that's okay. Hey,
My words mean nothing.
so was there shit and piss on the floor?
No.
No.
Rainwater.
Just rainwater.
Yeah, like it wasn't a bad.
And it wasn't like heavy.
Okay.
But
the highlights for the last week is that we got an audio video quote and it flooded.
1 step forward, 2 steps back.
But we
Something
did.
like
But
that.
we got the
Abdul,
roadmaster last week. I said, how can somebody call in? And you said that all you wanted was the roadmaster. What is it?
Roadcaster
Pro.
And now, if we really wanted to, we could have one guest via Bluetooth, one guest via a direct phone line, and one guest via Skype.
Here,
and
Chalmers,
sound effects. That's exciting.
I'll call in. You pretend to be the host. Ready?
Okay.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller.
What do you want?
Chalmers, go fuck yourself.
Oh, God damn it. Hang up on this guy.
You know what?
This is fun. You probably shouldn't be this close to me, PS.
Yeah, you'll
Or I'll
end the
just
day
start-
on it.
Well, when
I'll
we
either
get-
put down my drink on it or I will push the buttons.
It's
whatever I'm
in your
not supposed
kill
to.
zone for your drink.
Yeah, no one. Let's see. I put the drink over there.
Yeah.
when
now.
we get down to the basement, maybe I'll have my own little corner I can set.
Wouldn't
all
that be
my stuff
nice?
in,
In the
You probably
original
have your own
design,
table.
we had your own room,
Yeah, you had an engineer's room like Dr. Dre and
like with a
Fine
piece
Ones.
of plexi, so you could like have visitors and like smoke joints and like party like they do in like record studios, but you wouldn't affect the sound quality.
It'd be like in real radio when the producer is behind the glass.
That's
as they
what.
say.
That's how we designed it, but then they took it over for storage.
Well, then I had a meeting with another person. They were like, I need this room. And I was like, I'm more scared of her than of you, Chalmers. So I became a
She must be
storage
scary.
room. Oh,
when
yeah.
she's drunk and mad.
Remember, Jay, the time at Blue Chicago where we had the underground poker game underneath the restaurant?
yes,
And everybody was smoking weed and cigars?
yes,
And then it scared everybody in the restaurant away?
yes.
When Chalmers was wanting to have parties in the basement. That's what I was remembering Chalmers.
Surprised
Do you
they
remember
don't-
that? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
happened?
of course I remember that basement. That basement. Well, all of a sudden one day I went down there and there was like a band living down
A
there.
recording
The
studio.
calm
Yeah.
before. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh, do I remember that?
I remember
Calm
Stu.
before. Of course I
And
remember
all of a
that.
sudden I go down there. I'm like, what the? There's couches and like rugs hanging from the walls, and these
Yeah.
guys are like just living down, like not living, but they're just like always down there. I'm like,
It was
what
a
the
band
hell?
room.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Rented it out.
creepified the basement by becoming a.
How much were you renting that room out for to them?
He was our in-house DJ.
No,
guy
so
for
it's free.
Yes. You know I'm going to do a
I know,
concert deal.
I know.
Chalmers, shit. Walking around paying for the cash. What am I, in construction?
Yeah. So
That was good. So yeah, Yaremchuk, one time in our old bar, it was like the summer of death. It was no smoking, and there had not been an NHL season. So we're wide open to ideas and how to make money. We're like, it's the summer of poker. Everybody loves poker because it was the NHL strike. Remember?
Yeah.
Poker
We
was
all
so
got
hot.
into
And that's
poker.
all you had to watch on TV, right?
That's
You
all
all
there
just
was.
watched
all they
poker.
could show.
And all our buddies just like poker. We're not coming to the bar because we're playing poker. We're like, fuck, we should do a bar poker tournament, which is wildly illegal. The statute of limitation has run out.
Yeah, that was in 2003.
Wink. 5.
Anyone listening knows when the lockout was. Like,
Oh yeah, good call.
Do you remember
It was
some
the
of the
94 lockout?
yeah.
Do you remember your guys' imagination for themes of getting people to come? What was the one where you have a team of 2 and the people that could drink the most amount of pitchers?
That's also illegal,
Or
Chalmers. We never did that.
something got 'em
That
for
wasn't a
free.
thing we did. It was a drinking contest
Yes.
where you
And a guy
paid
and his dad won
a
it.
flat
No, it
fee
was
to
teams.
enter.
You had to put in a team of
Yeah.
10. It was for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a team of 10.
All you could drink.
And it's all you could
Oh,
eat. So
team
everyone
of
paid
10,
an
yes,
entry
yes.
fee, which covered their drinking. So they legitimately paid for every beverage that they consumed.
Legitimately?
Legal.
Mm-hmm.
Legal.
Yeah.
And then the one who drank the most jugs won there was a prize. There's also a prize.
Illegal? But that's
that might
okay.
be
Different
illegal.
times.
Well, we could also say that happened without our knowledge, and it was a consortium of
Oh,
people.
the customers did it on their own?
Yes,
fired a
but
manager.
We
I,
had posters.
but I may have submitted a team myself,
Yes.
so I don't know if that angle works or not. But it got to the point where one team was running away with it so badly,
we had to put the brakes on them.
we had to super beer their jugs to elevate their intoxication.
That didn't work
To
out.
bring the pack closer to the lead team.
Oh, yeah. They
Super
still-
beering is
it
putting a
didn't-
shot of vodka in
Yeah,
a pitcher.
It didn't slow them down. It just got them way more rowdy.
It was almost early social media. Do you remember all the stuff we put on the outside sign, all our little jokes and shit
Yeah.
that we had in our outside
Those little
sign? That was
Twitter
funny?
feed.
It was original Twitter.
Yeah.
We also did the promo Chalmers of a jug of beer and a jug of wings. 2 jugs, nice jugs, $20.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I remember that one.
Try to find a deal like that
Yeah,
in these
and our
streets
$5
today.
steak sandwich, Chalmers, which was the highest
$5 steak sandwich.
highest selling steak sandwich in Edmonton.
It was. Lost your dollar
Bar
every
did
time you sold one.
amazing, Chalmers.
Lost $1 every time we sold
Oh,
one.
easily.
What a
That was
business
the loss
plan.
leader. Our loss leader,
We
Chalmers.
tried the Amazon model.
Yeah, we're going for volume.
Between this and the whole stuff about you guys sneaking bison bones past the government of Alberta,
Ew, no, that is a current. The statute of limitations has not run out on
Yes,
that.
we did not take
That was
the Queen's
literally
bones.
today.
didn't you go to the Royal Alberta Museum today though, to hand in the bones?
No, they already have them.
They already have
Oh.
them. We got to visit the bones. They're
Yeah.
in bone prison.
We found bones in our construction site down the street.
Tell them how old they were.
7,000 years old.
Jesus.
Legit. They carbon dated them, and they keep them all, and then they supposedly give you a cast of the bones. I don't see any bones cast. Do you?
That might be a
They'll
long
cast
process.
him. They'll cast him. He kept saying, keep the conversation going.
That's
so
such bullshit.
No, they'll do it if you stay on them. Essentially, is what he's saying. We'll have to, because he kept saying, like, can we do this? Well, we'll have to keep a conversation going about it. Basically, he's telling you, like, if you don't fucking stay on me, we ain't doing shit.
And you know I'm not going to stay on them. I can barely keep the podcast construction going.
So we got hosted by the Royal Alberta Museum. The gentleman's name was Chris Jazz, but Jazz spelled with 2 S's.
Yeah.
He is the head of the department. His department is, he's a paleontologist, but his era that he oversees is like the Ice Age, pre-Ice Age, like basically 50,000 years or newer.
Is he like Ross? Is he kind of nerdy?
This guy...
He's cool.
He
told us without telling us.
He is cool.
partied.
He is very cool. Like this, all I care about is this guy has passion.
Yeah.
He does. Like he was just so like he brought energy because that's an easy situation to have me go attend and fall asleep standing up. This guy had my attention and had me engaged the whole time.
He's like the Bill Nye the Science Guy of like paleontology.
exactly
He's doing
like
Starbucks ads now.
Who? Bill Nye. Yeah.
Bill Nye?
Chris Jazz.
He's
Yeah,
like
Chris Jass.
he's got a he's got a
The guy from
revitalization.
the
in
Royal
his
Alberta
career.
Museum.
So we're lucky to. This guy's from South Dakota. We're lucky to have him on the Royal Alberta team. The one thing I found interesting.
Nice of you.
Well, yeah, I got to give him a shout out because he
Do you
spent his
consider
afternoon.
yourself on the Royal Alberta Museum?
Well, they do have one of our bones, so I am on exhibit.
Fair.
He kept calling the Tyrrell Museum the Tyrrell, right?
Yeah.
Which so now my whole fucking world got flipped upside down because I've been calling it the Royal Tyrrell
Isn't
Museum.
it the Royal
Having a
Tyrrell?
heart attack?
Oh,
No,
it was
itchy.
Tyrrell. He kept saying Tyrrell. So maybe I don't know. Maybe it's he knows more than I. But we saw some cool mammoth bones.
Giant ass saber-toothed tiger.
They call it saber-toothed cats.
Cat,
I meant to
true.
ask him about that. They don't. Obviously, we've slapped on the tiger name to that for reasons that we don't know.
And I was like, what are you going to do with all my bones? And they're like, oh, you're not even going to believe what we're going to do with these, Wanye. We're going to put them on a shelf in a collection that other scientists are allowed to visit biannually. And
So
there's
like paying public
60,000
aren't going to see these things?
You ever watch X-Files?
Why can't you just
Do you
have
remember
it
the
then?
end of the X-Files and they put the alien head?
I'm going to tell
on
you
the-
something. Do I look like I ever watched X-Files?
What were you doing? You were 14 banging and doing drugs?
Fun, better stuff. Yeah. Cool stuff.
Watching
Not
Beverly Hills
nerd stuff.
90210.
Yeah,
Yeah.
BH 90210.
Watching much music and MTV.
Here's what I don't understand about Beverly Hills 90210. Thank you for bringing it up, Jay.
Oh, the new one's going to be awful.
The ads. I watch a lot of
It's
Big Brother.
fucking too
I've
much.
seen so many BH 90210 ads.
It's awful.
Why don't they have anything more planned? Like, they need to be being like, in 30 years after Dylan's death, blah, 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 blah.
They're like, this is going to be great. The chemistry is going to jump off the screen.
Yeah.
It is not jumping off the screen.
No, man.
They
And
all look
the one
awkward.
of the
They're trying to
little dolls?
they're trying to do the right camera angle so you can't see Brian Austin Green and shit.
Oh, fuck.
Because he's like doing blow in the fucking corner.
Oh, he married Megan
Fox.
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 He's done. They all actually look pretty good. To be truthful.
Ian Zieren looks the best.
Yeah, and I think he's
He
made,
looks the
I think
same
he made
age
quite
as
a
he
bit
did
of-
when he played Steve.
I think he made quite a bit of cash from old Sharknado 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah?
7. Probably.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
a ton of them.
He probably got some off the back end.
Oh, back end points.
Back end points.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like, what is the other ones? What's that Gabrielle? What's the
They just have her
what was
around.
no, what was her
Gabrielle
name?
Union? No, that's
No,
the same.
that's
No,
that's not a
Gabrielle.
singer. That's
It's
an
her-
actress.
her-
She's
her-
married to Dwayne Wade.
She is. Or was she Gabrielle on the show? No, she was Andrea on the show.
Andrea in the show. Yeah.
Gabrielle Zelifanakis.
She kind of this is her first sighting in a while.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I'm
well,
pretty.
Kelly too, or whatever
Hey,
her
do you
name
have
is.
time to do Beverly Hills 90210? I have time. That's what she said when they called. I have time.
I have time.
What do you need? I have time.
Oh, I got to say something too about this. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood over the weekend, and Luke Perry's in it. Yeah, didn't
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they shoot movies like way in advance of their release. So, and he passed away
God, it
in
feels like-
January.
Oh, is that all it's been?
Yeah.
6 months. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
Matthew Perry. Yeah, Luke Perry.
no Luke Perry.
He gone.
Yeah, he looked great in the movie too.
What?
Oh man,
he looked
like,
great in Riverdale. He was in
dude,
Riverdale.
yeah, like I don't. It doesn't make any sense. He looked great.
Yeah, like just obviously there was a situation.
Speaking of that
Yeah.
movie, Brad Pitt and Leo.
How's
were
Brad
awesome.
looking?
Awesome.
That's what I heard.
He's older, and like I still ask my wife halfway through the movie, I'm like, which one do you like? Which one do you think's hotter? And like knowing he's like 10 years older, she still said Brad Pitt, which I found surprising.
Interesting. Well, her taste is skewed though. She likes you.
Yes, true.
How
That
old
is
do you
very true.
think Gabrielle?
What do you like? Sorry to interrupt. Are you like, your taste in men is whack, dear?
She's 52.
Your wife?
That's my guess.
Yeah, how old do you think Gabrielle Cartesio?
Andrea.
She was Andrea and Now 2-0. Now in the reboot of Now 2-0.
Oh, fun,
53.
Andrea
fun game,
again.
52. Oh, it's Price is right over here.
Well, I didn't realize it.
She is 58.
What?
Wow.
61, right? That's how it works?
Yeah. 68 and 51 is 2019.
Like, holy cow.
Well, Luke Perry was like 50 playing a kid in high school.
All right. Okay, how well then? Brian Austin Green,
How old?
he's 46.
Okay, that I can deal with.
Well, that to me seems like so. She was super
She was
old
30.
in the show.
She was 30 when she was playing the high
Well,
school.
I think Ian Ziering was the same way. He was 30 when. Yeah,
There's
Ian
just-
Ziering is
there is-
55.
Why are you saying Ian? Isn't it Ian?
No, it's Ian.
It's Ian.
Oh, come
definitely
on.
Ian.
Oh, hey,
Give me a
he,
fucking
he has
break.
earned to be. He's earned it.
Okay, there's zero way this show's going to be any good, though.
Well,
Oh, yeah, horrible.
Just like Fuller House, I am going to watch the
Fuller
first
House, though,
episode.
made the grade. It's still around.
Netflix is hurting.
But they
for
were
content.
smart enough at least to say, here's a storyline. It's the kids of the kids.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and blah,
I hope
blah,
it
blah.
does well.
Beverly
Like-
Hills Now 2-0, they don't have a fucking clue.
Well-
Does everybody have their
Oh,
own
I know.
family? Is
Yeah.
Peach Pit After Dark still bringing in the hottest acts of today, including Tony, and other... Who else was in the Peach Pit After Dark? Remember they had a while
Sade.
there where they were bringing in awesome bands?
Belle Biv DeVoe's a little early
Oh,
for that.
sorry. Was that Belle Biv DeVoe or Tony? I remember seeing like an awesome hip-hop
New
act.
Edition?
Too new.
No,
Oh, sorry,
I don't
too
think
old.
so.
Too old.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't
if we had-
remember seeing
If we had
the
access to a linked-up network of computers worldwide, we could take a look.
Well, and
Jay's busy
what
doing
about the
his emails,
Hills
but he's
reboot?
certain-
No,
you
I'm
guys heard
checking all
about
the
this?
birth dates of the cast of Beverly Hills Now.
Anybody else surprisingly old?
Well, Luke Perry was younger than I thought because I thought he would have been like he was 53 when he passed away. He passed away in March 4th.
I thought it was longer than that ago. I was actually quite surprised to see him in the movie. And the movie, oh, you know what? I'll do a quick review right now because I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
This shit is all over the road. I love it.
It really is. Quick review of it. When it was done, I kind of went, I don't know what the fuck I just watched until I really thought about every scene. And like Quentin Tarantino has this way of taking out, like making every scene has to obviously build the story. But what he does is instead of these short scenes where he does it, he does really long, convoluted scenes where you can't really tell until the end of the movie what the fuck that scene was about and what he was trying to do in that scene. And when I started to think about it, the more I thought about it as we were driving in the car and me and my wife were talking about it, the more I really, really liked it. But at the moment when the credits rolled, I was like, that was, what the fuck was that?
The movie had a good aftertaste.
It did.
When you go away and you're like,
so it's like
Yeah, yeah.
yes. I would like to know if anybody else agrees with me on that take.
aftertaste
because
movies.
you're kind of just like going, man, this is something going to happen finally. Like, it just seems like nothing's happening. It's just kind of like you're watching a story like play out, but it's taking a really, really long time.
You know what movie made me get to the end and go, oh shit, I gotta go watch that entire movie all again? Was The Game. Remember that movie?
No, who's in it?
Oh, I've tried to watch that.
What? You don't like The Game? With Michael Douglas?
I like the premise.
Oh my God.
I've tried to watch it a couple times.
Cliff Notes. Who's in it? Well, like, what is this? I don't know.
What's it about?
It's about this, Michael Douglas. Yeah, the kid. Not Kirk. Kirk's super old.
Yeah.
It's about a rich guy who hires this game that like goes on all around you. So it's like an experiential game
Yeah.
where actors like set up an alternate reality, basically like trap you in this game. And
Oh, okay, sounds dumb.
Kind of like,
I watched
it's kinda
Snatch.
No. It's not dumb.
Just kidding.
It's like a
It's
live
like game night, but like
it's like a live breakout. No, it's not like a board game. It's like the breakout room,
Yeah.
but like live action. If you watch the game, Chalmers.
oh, and he's super rich, right?
yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have
If you
seen
put
this.
down your fucking Wii or whatever it is you're doing with your kids and watch the game, I promise you,
I
you'll
probably
get to the end of the movie and go, holy fucking
So
shit.
rich guy decides to have fun with people because he's bored of being super rich and not having anything else to do with his
And
money.
How elaborate could they really fuck with him? And
Right.
at the end, you're like, oh shit, that guy got fucked with.
I will watch
for
it.
them
I'll
to do
definitely
it.
watch that now because I do remember that something about that and thinking it sounded cool.
But now here, this exposes a difficult problem. How are we doing for time, Yaremchuk?
Well, we got to take a break right away, but have at her here.
All right, let me give everyone a little quick thing here. Movies from that era are almost impossible to watch now. Because
Why?
Netflix and on demand and shit, they don't have a lot of stuff. So if you throw out all your DVDs, movies like The Game, the fuck goodbye.
So
Gone
Saturday
can
night,
win.
I went home with my brother-in-law and my sister, and my wife was out of town, so they were going to just come and have a drink. And my sister fell asleep, and so me and my brother-in-law, we were like, let's watch an old movie. And so I wanted to watch Layer Cake.
Unbelievable.
Right. Couldn't find it on Netflix.
It's on Amazon Prime because I just watched it like
Did you really?
3 weeks ago.
Okay, so I have it on
Classic.
DVD.
Yeah.
It plays in the PlayStation 4. We put it in. After about 10 minutes, we were like, this isn't feeling it. So I looked for Salt and Sea. Couldn't find that anywhere. So we settled on Snatch. All three, though.
I know the
DVDs.
genre you were going for.
Yeah, dude. I just wanted like British, like
Guy Ritchie. You wanted
Like,
to
yeah.
Guy Ritchie
Yeah.
caper.
Yeah, totally. And I watched
Because
Snatch.
you wanted to talk in your British accent all
oh
drunk,
my God.
didn't you?
Snatch was so good.
You love watching movies after the bar, these types of movies, and then yelling at everybody like you're brick top.
Do you remember when we were at Blue Chicago? Every night we would go back to Lee Foot's parents' house, and every single night I would watch Three Kings. And I loved it. I don't know why. Drunk, eating chicken burgers, watching Three Kings.
Ice Cube was really good to give it to the Iraqi
I'm into
crowd.
war movies and British capers. That's my things.
You just like yell. I'll never forget when I came home and watched these Snosberries Taste Like Snosberries.
Oh, Super Troopers.
I hadn't watched Super Troopers until I came to your house.
you
the
seen
one
it?
time.
Oh, we're talking to
Yeah.
Yaremchuk's
It's
language.
the best. It's the best 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes are the best first 10 minutes of any movie. I'll put it against anything.
It blows. Well, yeah, I would love to see it go head to head in some kind of vote
Against
'Cause
the
I
game?
no, against
What's a 10 minute? What's the first 10 minutes that had that
So
much
a
action
movie-
to
yeah,
say?
Saving Private Ryan. Saving
no,
Private
no,
Ryan.
No. In a
Oh,
comedy.
yeah.
In a comedy.
In a comedy way,
Because
okay.
like that was a comedy. So like they just started out and you're losing your fucking shit at the start.
Yes,
I would say because this was also revolutionary for its time.
South Park.
South Park.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Exactly.
Remember when we took saw it in the theater?
fucking blew me
so
away.
hard.
Oh
as
we
my
were,
fuck.
we were
God.
just sitting in the aisle, and we
couldn't stop
didn't know
laughing.
they were going to swear.
No.
And then all of a sudden, Uncle Fucker starts within
Yeah.
like the first 7 minutes, and we were baked, and we just went
Like,
crazy.
what? Chalmers?
Wow, we were.
You
We were
might
like-
have been.
Maybe
I was.
maybe you were. I don't know.
I was preparing for
definitely-
my Royal Alberta Museum tour.
I'm starting to hope that came out
14 years in
after
the future.
95 now, because that would mean I was 15. Oh yikes! Okay, let's break it up.
All right.
No,
Usually,
speaking
I can,
about Super Troopers, I just saw Super Troopers 2. I saw it again for the
What did
second
you do?
time.
Banging out a lot of movies these
Super
days.
Troopers 2. Well, I was
So you
I was
agree
in
that
the air. I was traveling
happiness
yesterday.
in the household?
Yeah.
Happiness? It's the key to life, man.
Happiness in the asshole.
No, in the household. It's
Yes.
happiness in the household, Jared.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, good. So we both
Usually I
said
can keep this podcast on the rails for like the first segment in a bit.
It's
but
off season.
Well,
It's
have you
the
not
middle of the
seen? Have you
summer,
not
yeah.
seen Super Troopers 2?
I haven't seen Super Troopers 2. I've only seen the first one.
What
It's
did you think of the
Canadian.
first one?
I loved the first one.
I think you know the second one's going to be dumb, but
Yeah.
I think they did a good job with it.
They think they did a great job, but it was also like 8 years, so they better have done a great job.
Let's do a good job and let's shoot to an ad.
Yes, let's hear from Japa Nation Real Life episode 132. We'll be back after this.
Have you got holes to dig, earth to pack, and roads to build? Then you need to call Japa Machinery Group. Does your equipment need a service? You can't fix stupid, but here at Japa Machinery Group, we can fix everything else. With a full range of parts to keep your equipment running smoothly. Japa Machinery Group is a family-operated and Alberta-grown business. Here to help build a bigger and better Western Canada. Give us a call or visit us at japamachinery.com. Japa Machinery Group. Join the family.
Welcome back, Nation Real Life episode 132. Wanye, Jay, Chalmers, Yaremchuk. During the break, we decided this will be called the Movie Podcast because it's the middle of summer. There's not a lot of hockey or sports to talk about, although I do want to talk about Jalen Ramsey and
So do
training
I.
camp, but we can get to that
Yeah.
a little bit later. You guys are really carrying this movie talk, so step it up. Keep it going.
Before we get into the movie talk, I want to shout out Japa because we just came out of this
yes.
segment because I love Japa. Japa is just signed on for the golf tournament to be our long drive sponsor.
Nice.
So shout out to Marin, Sean, Steve, the team, Scooter,
Russ Bray,
Russ Bray, my boy.
the Greens.
We'll see you on August 29th. Anyways,
You'll see
movies.
me there as well.
Yeah, see what you got. Hey, do you have a brother?
No.
You don't.
Yes, you do. You were taking Instagram photos with your brothers at the wedding.
Brother-in-laws.
Oh. Okay, I was trying to make a connection between you and I, but you needed to have a brother to do so.
Why? Who's the Yaremchuk?
You don't have a brother.
There's another Cheese.
Oh,
You're a St. Albert kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about you, and he's like, is his brother like Nick Yaremchuk? Like he's a hockey player?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Cheese knows your cousin.
Okay.
I know a Yaremchuk other than you. Kelsey Yaremchuk.
Yeah, but now she's Kelsey Rietveld. But yeah, okay. that
How
makes
you
sense.
related to
oh,
her?
family
She's
tree
also
with
my cousin.
Yaremchuk.
Oh, wow. That's your sister's
Yeah, it's
friend,
my sister's
Kelsey.
best
Oh,
friend.
my
Yeah,
God.
I remember when I got hired at Oilers Nation. She was like, "Oh, I know a guy who does that stuff," and I was like, "Oh, cool. I've never met him, but all right."
All right. Do you know Kevin Chesney? Or heard of that name? He's older than you. Actually,
That's
Cheese
scary.
is old.
Kind of a
Cheese is
dick.
old now. I was just with Cheese this
Cheese.
weekend.
No, I don't know Kevin. Chesney.
Oh, what a loser.
Yeah. Well, Cheese is the youngest of that family, and he's much older than your. Cheese is old now. Cheese is like our little brother.
I like
of
that
the
we're talking
group.
like this, like the listeners of the podcast. You'll be like, really? Is Cheese old now?
Yeah. Like when you go and see Cheese,
We make the show for
like
ourselves,
Cheese,
Chalmers.
you're old Cheese now. You're not medium cheese. You're old cheese.
No, he's
Young
old
cheese.
fort.
Old fort cheese.
Yeah.
Old Fort
Can we get back to the goddamn movies already then?
Sorry.
Fucking cheese.
One time we were in Iceland and we sent Cheese to get
Oh
drinks
my
at the
God,
bar
poor
we went
Cheese.
to, Chalmers.
Yeah.
And he comes back and he's white as a ghost. And he's like, man, I went and bought those drinks. I think I might be doing the conversion wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was like $150 for 3 drinks. And we're like, Cheese, what's wrong? He's like, I don't know if I could afford to stay on this trip.
Well, Cheese would have been
Well, he
like
was young.
22
We
at the
just got
time or
there.
something.
And we were in a Russian strip club. We didn't realize it. So the drinks were like $70 each.
A
We made
Russian
cheese
strip
bar.
club.
There's only
It's-
one strip club in Iceland, and it's one room.
Well, it's because it was during
only
the
place
week
open.
Sounds
during
gross.
the
We
week.
didn't know it was a strip club.
Yeah, during like Sunday to Thursday, the
ticked you off?
bars shut at midnight.
Yeah.
And so we were like still excited to be on a trip, and there was this strip club right beside it. And what they do is they come into the bar like, "You still want to keep partying? Come next door."
But they don't say strip club.
Yeah, they don't say strip club. You go in, and all of a sudden these girls like walk out, and if you don't buy anything from the girls, then they won't serve you drinks.
Yep.
But then if you can convince them to serve you drinks, it's like $50 a drink. Like it was fucked.
I walked over to the bouncer after paying for Cheese's drinks so that he could continue to have a vacation. And I said, "We're in some sort of strip club, aren't we?" He's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "We should probably leave, right?" The guy was like, "Yes."
If you want your
And then we remember they're like,
Yeah.
"Here we go.
we're gonna get your
Posse
money
out."
one way or
And then
another.
we
So
went, that's Cheese. Now he's old.
Yeah.
cool, man. Maybe we should just not call it the movie podcast.
Cool, man.
Call it the cheese
I'd
podcast.
love a cheese podcast. That'd be delicious.
So where were we?
Let's talk about Bohemian Rhapsody, Jays. I know you just saw
I
it.
just saw it. Darling. Oh, darling, I just saw it. It was
The
awesome.
prosthetic teeth inside Remy.
Did we get? So I got a few people on Twitter that agreed with me on my Queen take last week or 2 weeks ago when I said they only don't have many good songs. I tried to make you guys name 10. You guys have a bad memory, eh?
What?
Do you not remember that
I
conversation?
remember the entire
Oh,
Remember
okay.
we
You're
nailed
looking
out
at me
like,
like
300 Queen songs.
Yeah. I knew every
you
Queen song.
you guys got like 3.
Under Pressure.
Yeah,
We're
Killer
not doing
Queen.
this again. We're not doing this again.
Radio Gaga.
All I'm saying is
I Love My Car.
there's people on my side. Just
Yeah,
so you
so
know.
how many?
There's
Yeah, where are they?
well,
So how many people reached out to you?
well,
Honestly.
let's just put it this way: 4 people usually reach out to me a week, and 2 of them were on my side.
So 2 of 12 listeners.
Yeah, well,
so
that's
you got
1/6.
1/6.
Well, it was a lot better than the Gaga thing. Only 2 people reached out to me, and both were kind of on the fence. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I like about social interactions? When I throw up a photo on Instagram at Nation Real Life, very few followers currently, and both you two will like it, but won't engage in the comments.
Well, it all depends.
It
what
doesn't
the
all
situation
depend.
is.
It doesn't all depend. I'm looking for anybody to come talk to me in the comments.
Well,
And I
it's
see-
self-serving if we're talking. Well, I guess
It's
this
not.
is-
It's people want the podcast
it's-
experience in Instagram.
Why don't we make people like we never really say to somebody
All
like,
right, fine,
"Hey,
I'll start yelling
follow
more."
at Nation Real Life, follow at Smigorowski,
Well, we do it
follow
on
at
Insta.
Wanye, follow at the Squire."
We do it on Instagram.
And then we will talk to you. We talk to as many people as we can. And if you don't want us to talk to us, don't talk. Or don't, like, yeah, if you don't want the interaction, that's fine. We don't care.
But
But
I want
we
you to
do like
interact,
it.
motherfucker. The listeners do whatever they want.
I've got a new name. It's Arnold Downton.
What's that?
Listen to this.
I don't know what the fuck. We went to the Royal Alberta Museum, and you have to sign in to get a pass. And I just literally typed in my last name, and all of a sudden, like I missed like 900 steps somehow.
I know what you did.
And it shot up a pass, and it said Arnold Downton.
The whole time we were in there, I was thinking, what could you have done? When you enter in your last name, it brings up all the Downtons in the system.
Oh,
So you can like just save time by confirming yourself.
Oh.
So when I typed in my last name,
Because when you're going to the museum, you really need to save time on the sign up
backdoor VIP
because
shit.
it's just so goddamn exciting
anyways,
to get
it
in
was
there.
Arnold Downton here with security.
Fuck, that's what I'm gonna do so I can save myself the 10 seconds. Just because I
Guest
got
Chalmers.
I
It was
got to get
people
back
who were
in there.
The back end of the museum, the fancy part. We went to the collection.
Oh shit!
Arnold Downton. I should be related.
So you're
to
gonna
him, which is
Google
so
him right
close.
now in the middle of this.
Your
Of
Yaremchuk's probably
course.
related to him.
Well, the sad thing is the first thing.
How was your weekend, Yaremchuk? You want to talk about anything with sports?
Yeah, actually, I had a couple of sports topics that I really wanted
Let's
to
do
get
it.
to.
Let's just do it.
Okay.
Don't.
Well, the one I feel like this Nikita Gusev, acquired by the New Jersey Devils from the Vegas Golden Knights, is going to wear number 97.
Oh, crazy!
So, as Oilers fans, I'm mostly looking at Wanye and Jay here.
Chalmers
Are-
is a
I'm an
NFL
Oilers fan.
I know,
Don't
but I
give me-
can't
God,
imagine you give a fuck.
I do not.
But do you either of you two give a shit that Gusev's wearing 97? Did anyone wear 99 while Gretzky
Yeah,
played?
Wilf Payment.
Was he a piece of shit? Did
Yes,
everyone hate him?
huge piece of shit.
So
Also,
should everyone
There was
hate
someone
Ron
else who wore
Duguay.
66
Ron
too.
Duguay wore 99.
Ron Duguay wore 99?
I think so.
That's because Ron Duguay's a fucking boss.
He had long
Yeah,
ass
he's
hair.
legendary.
That guy's
And I guess
still
he's
getting
still,
laid.
yeah, I guess he's still legendary. Okay.
Should Oilers fans, do they have the
There's-
right to be mad at Gusev?
No.
There's two approaches to this because like
What year was he born?
Gusev wore 97 in the KHL,
Yeah.
so that's already his number.
2006.
So there's a connection there. Connor is still
He's
in
thir-
his
he's
career,
13.
so he hasn't retired legend.
Yeah.
He hasn't hit legendary status yet. So it's still a window to do it. But if it was someone who was 19 and junior who is now switching to 97 and they enter the NHL, that I will take issue with. But someone who plays wearing 97 all their career, I can accept it. But I like that it's Taylor Hall's playing with the wrong 97.
Was there a faction of people like on social media that were like,
Very, very
Outraged?
pissed? Yes.
Here's the thing,
"What?
though. Yeah.
Show me some of these people. I want to see this outrage."
Don't you know Edmonton is trademarked 97?
It's highly unlikely. I love Connor McDavid to death. It is highly unlikely his number will be retired league-wide.
Please, if you
So why
were
couldn't
one,
a New Jersey Devil wear 97?
Yeah, but he's still in he's in the act of his
I
career,
agree.
so it's fine.
if you were one of the people that found out that this person that you'd never heard of decided to wear number 97 and went
Chalmers, of
straight
course
to
I've heard of
Twitter.
Nikita
No,
Gusev.
not you. No,
Okay.
I'm saying one of the people on Twitter. If you're one of them that went to Twitter when you heard that this guy was wearing 97 and you felt that it was your God-given right and duty to like comment on it and let everybody know your feelings, please follow me. I would love to talk to you some more because that shit is ridiculous.
I think everybody has a right to talk about anything they
yeah,
want to talk
I
about.
don't mind that Oilers fans. Hey, I don't
outrage. I'm
mind that
talking.
Oilers
Not
fans
somebody's
get
like,
upset.
"Hey, this guy's wearing 97." That's kind of dumb. People who are like outraged, being like, "This guy is a." Okay, read one. You got
Someone
one?
just replied with this gif of McDavid arguing a call. That's good. But people just
About him wearing 97.
about him wearing
Does this thing
97.
have a phone number that people could call into?
Chalmers, what the fuck? How would
myself-
that have a phone
Yeah,
number?
we're
You plug
live
it
on
into a
TSN
phone.
1260
No, you
right
plug
now.
it. You plug it into a phone line. Is that not how this thing would
You
work?
call,
Yeah.
like, our
Why?
phone.
Who do you? They can call my cell phone. It'll pop up.
Yeah, who we calling?
Oh, let's have them call. Yeah, you don't want to put your cell phone number out there, though.
Having people call us. Chalmers, we're a pre-recorded podcast.
No,
How the
put it
fuck-
on Twitter. Like, tell them to call you right now and
Chalmers
say
doesn't
argue.
understand time.
Say argue. We're on for the next half an hour. If you got a fucking argument with,
They're not going to hear it for fucking
no,
2 days.
they're gonna do.
You
He does it
post
on
it right
Twitter.
now on social saying,
And then they
call
got
this
like
number.
half an hour.
Okay.
I think I know for a fact we're not live somewhere. Fuck. Jesus.
Chalmers, this is
I
live,
would,
eh?
but I don't want to give people my phone number.
That's exactly right. So does this thing have a phone number? Let's get it
no
a phone number.
It has Bluetooth capabilities and a phone line, but we don't have a
Oh,
phone
but
line.
you can Skype in.
Or you can Skype in.
Okay.
But Skyping in would be complicated because I only have one screen.
Are you
and I
going to
need
show
it
me one
record.
outraged person on Twitter? Because I would really like to read it live.
Hey, Oilers fans are passionate.
If you're
and when
not
they wanna-
Connor, well, that's not really outrage.
Okay, I'll show you the outrage one then.
Show me like this piece of shit.
Oh
That's
my
I'm
Big
gonna
Roski
boo
here
him every
says-
time. I'm gonna buy tickets to the game just so I can boo him.
Okay, you need to give me a second. 'cause
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
to
take
look
your
up his
time.
act.
Take your time. We got lots of time
But
to kill.
I don't have an issue. I love it. Oilers fans policing the internet to make sure that R97 is better than yours.
Cool.
Shut up, Chalmers.
The person who sent it out got a response that was like, I'd love to see your tweets from when David fucking Musil wore number 87 in 2015.
Oh, David Musil
Wow.
ready to burn, Chalmers?
Good pull.
The very first thing I thought of was I wonder if anybody wore Connor McDavid's, but it sounds like Frankie Musel did. What's his name?
Frankie
Oh,
Muniz.
that's Sidney Crosby. Yeah, Frankie Muniz wore
Prince Muniz.
From
From what show?
Breaking
what
Bad.
was that show?
Breaking Bad. It's for Breaking Bad. Yeah. The prequel to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So you know what's got
prequel?
me all jacked up?
The prequel to Breaking Bad.
No, more NFL training camp.
Oh fuck!
Did you see how some people are arriving at training camp? Yaremchuk?
Yeah, and it's amazing.
It is amazing.
The difference between hockey culture and basically every other sports culture is ridiculous, and I love the football players doing this shit.
I got to imagine that these guys that are like, for instance, Antonio Brown, flew in on a hot air balloon, which is like next level because
It's like
you got to
Wizard
have
of
somebody
Oz.
really good to like land it. Like there's a lot of logistics that go into that, right? But he's like on a new team, right?
He went to the Raiders.
Like this is his first time.
He flew in a hot air balloon into Oakland. Oh no, Vegas.
No,
Oakland.
Oakland. There's an
That's
Oakland for
Oakland.
one more year.
That's dangerous, man. You're lucky some of
Probably.
the G's didn't start capping you on the way down.
Yeah, but he maybe, I don't know, maybe he put it on.
He flew into the giant hot air balloon with the Target logo on it from Target.
Maybe he was recording a podcast and everybody just listened to him live and they knew he was doing it and then they didn't. Okay, anyways. So, but like, that's ballsy, man. And then like Jalen Ramsey shows up in a Brinks truck with a Adidas logo on the side. So clearly they
The
sponsored
context
it.
here.
Well,
You've been sponsored by them?
so Jalen Ramsey's like one of the best corners in the game.
Is he holding out for money?
Yeah. So see, this is his last year on his current deal. And he's been wanting to resign. He's been wanting to like renegotiate his contract, but they've just kind of not been letting him. And so basically he shows up in a Brinks truck because this is the year where you're going to have to back the money truck up. And like give him
What
his
team did
money.
he do that to?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville, yeah.
Good.
Let me educate you about the NFL, Chalmers.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
The N stands for never.
Forget
The no fun
the love.
league.
The no fun league.
Love.
Yeah. Never forget the love. I think it's great. I think it's fun.
Can you imagine if like the Oilers were in a holdout with Darnell Nurse or the Leafs in their holdout with Mitch Marner
You showed
or
up in
something
a
like that?
Brinks truck with Adidas logo?
Yeah, Nurse is like, I'm pulling up to Rogers in a Brinks truck, like, suck it.
When Kane had a brick of money up to his ear on Insta, which wasn't even that big of a deal.
Yeah, who cares?
People lost their ever-loving shit on it.
Well, and
no.
Manziel too.
Patrick Kane, though.
We just
Or
fought-
no,
we just
uh,
bailed on that
I
Twitter
loved
thing.
the idea of Money Manziel. I loved watching him as a college football player because he was entertaining as fuck. And I just loved like the arrogance because he backed it up, but obviously couldn't translate it to the pro level.
why? Did it not go to plan?
I was just hoping that it did. But
So you know what I'm thinking? Even though I just interrupted you, I'm really sorry about that. I loved Manziel too. But I'm thinking like everybody's starting to get ramped up for fantasy football leagues. I know you do not care, but it is a big deal, right? And
Oh my
the
fuck, you're
Squire,
gonna try and do
the
some
Squire
sort
and
of
our
fantasy
care.
football.
Why don't we have a nation fantasy football league?
Oh,
ooh, like a nation real life one.
Like a nation real life one. Like basically, if you want to be in the nation real life fantasy football league with me, the Squire, and Yaremchuk.
So we would need all 12 listeners to sign up so we could have a legit league.
And
No, we
someone
only
can-
need 8 of them. There's 3 of us right here, which
Chalmers,
is
someone
11,
can
so we
play
need
as
9 of them.
me. One of the listeners can play as Wanye.
You can
We
have the right to
Wanye
run
and-
one.
No, I got an idea.
Chalmers and Wanye should be a team.
No,
and then
no, no,
Wanye
no,
has
no.
to update Chalmers on how the team is doing.
No. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to win, and they get to co-manage a team with Wanye,
Next year?
and they get his cell phone. Right away.
They get my cell phone?
So like right now,
Hold on, what?
then you get to text them. They get to text with you. And
Oh, good.
you guys can meet.
Good.
You
Here's
guys
what-
can
no.
meet on Fridays and
They're
like
probably
set
gonna need
your
my credit
lineups.
card number, so I'll just forget that.
So the preseason's going to end on Thursday, August 28th.
Just a short month away, Jay.
Yeah, just a short month away. And on Thursday, September 5th, will be the start of the regular season. So you have to get your draft done. Our league does it where we do it on the Sunday of the long weekend, right before September, because Labor Day is on the holiday Monday.
Yeah, and
It's
we can still
perfect.
party
We
after,
can go
which
out,
is
we can
tradition
party,
after.
we wake up.
Yep.
Monday, that's our day to get the kids ready for school,
Yep.
basically. Like, it's a perfect situation. I think that we should do a nation one. Do it like during the day at the brew house, and then we can mosey into our night one. Like our league.
Yeah,
like our
I'm
friends.
with. Yeah, no, and I'm with you with the whole idea and theory of this.
Oh,
we can,
Jesus.
we
Then
can
what?
make this work. Oh no. Just like I like
do
the
it.
idea. I like the idea.
Cool. So
Two and two-
reach out to us on social media and see a fan interaction. I'm doing it.
I know you're doing it good. It's good.
Yeah. So let's do that. That'd be fun. Reach out to either the
This will
Squire,
be good
Yaremchuk,
because
or myself.
Chalmers can trash talk everyone.
Yes. Finally, with some knowledge about what I'm talking about.
We should do a two-man teams, me and Yaremchuk against you two. I just defer to my mans.
We
over
just
there
play each other
who
every
knows
week?
everything, and I keep you hydrated with some Gatorade.
Yeah, your Yaremchuk's probably good, but I'm not
Of course
concerned.
he is. Look at him right now. He's calculating.
Dude,
He's
if there's
already
one thing
thinking
you
about
got,
a quarterback.
if there's one thing you must know from our leagues is that it doesn't take skill to be good at this. Like you can have a certain level of skill that will get you to being in the top, but we've had guys win our league that had no business winning it, and you know that.
Oh,
and we have
100%.
guys who
But
are
the
really,
fact,
really
the fact
good.
that we haven't won it, and I'm partnered up with another person because I have got a friend who's super analytical, and then I just take the data and then help make calls.
They are like a team that. Remember that show that we watched about betting, sports betting,
Yeah.
where they had the one guy who just placed the bets and the other guy that had the computer program. That's them in fantasy football, and it's
a good
annoying.
strategy.
They won't come to the draft.
I do all the trash talking and all the trade negotiating, and then I help with the draft. And I swear I'm really good at like gut instincts on picking diamonds in the
Jesus
rough.
Christ.
Hey, George Kittle, man.
Yeah, that was
the George Kittle.
George
No,
Kittle, man.
no. And now he's a Cleveland Browns fan. This guy,
Oh, I know.
he's just the
George
worst.
Kittle though, Chalmers.
Can you believe it?
Can you believe
Well,
that
you
guy?
know where I'm going to be on September 8th? I'm going to be
George
in
Kittle?
Cleveland
Yeah, you are, which is
for the season
Oh,
opener.
yeah, actually.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
That's dope.
Thank you, Vivid Seats, potential upcoming podcast sponsor. We were talking about it.
Oh, we're just shouting out potential
I'm
podcast
just going to throw
sponsors
there
now?
because they might be listener 13 right now. And
Shout out to Ciroc,
they're helping us.
potential
helping us
podcast
go.
advertiser.
They're helping us go.
Diddy's going to sponsor us?
Directly. They sponsor Drink Champs. You ever watch
Did you hear the rumor I heard? That he's dating Steve Harvey's daughter?
This has been confirmed. He
Okay.
stole her off Christian, his son.
How weird is that? Puffy is dating Steve Harvey's daughter, who was previously dating his son. This is fucked.
If you're the kid, you're
Yeah.
like, well, I'm clearly not in charge of this house.
Dad's still the boss.
Yep. I don't have the
Yeah,
dad.
but
card.
like I know they're like celebrities and shit. Like happens. That's weird. But like,
No, that's weird.
if you
man.
slept with your son, like if you slept with the same girl that your son slept with,
Think
that's
of how
fucked up.
mad you were when you were a kid like Christian Combs when one of your friends would try and make a move on your girlfriend when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Or your frenemies.
Yeah.
Imagine Larry had come.
But
and
imagine-
scooped your girl
imagine-
at 19 and been like, sorry, man.
But what if-
she's with me now.
What if you're the son and you're like, whatever, Diddy, I hit it first. Like I got her first.
I got her
motherfucker.
now, boy.
Yeah.
She's going to call you son.
Oh Jesus.
Oh boy. Well, we
You're
were
right.
talking about potential sponsors. We should probably give some love to our real sponsors, of course, because we actually do love them. And one of them is Indochino. They sponsor the podcast. Usually Bag Milk has all the info, but Bag Milk's on vacation. Probably looking good if he has an Indochino
4
suit.
month vacay. He's been on it less than I have.
Buddy,
lately.
he hasn't taken a vacation in like 3 years. We basically
Yeah.
had to like threaten to
Yeah,
shoot him.
it's like, dude, you have to take one, and now's your only chance.
Respect. He doesn't want to pay him his vacation days.
Oh, no. Like, he's a hardworking dude.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
And the folks at Indochino are also very hardworking. You can
Good
find
one,
them
your Yaremchuk.
at West Edmonton Mall before the hockey season. Once I'm a big, fancy, accredited member of the media, I'm going to go to Indochino and I'm going to get a couple new suits. And I'll be walking around the rink showing Spectre and Terry Jones who's boss
That's you.
in my fly Indochino suit.
So
You should
go-
get on the inside. Who's the boss? Terry? Question mark.
Can we-
Yes, it's me.
Just finish the ad and then push that button. We'll just see what it does. Oh, that would have been a bad one.
Yeah.
Okay, try this one. We already know what that one. That's a clapping.
that
What's
button
one?
brought to you by Indochino.
That's the Oilers Nation radio intro.
Okay, then we'll just do the clapping one.
Indochino.
Thank you, Indochino.
What will you get sewn in the inside your jacket? What would you get? What statement? What punchline to a joke? What pin number are you going to put inside there so you can't forget?
Man, I don't know. Maybe something about how I'm younger and better than you.
Oh, wow.
Just really come
Wow.
out, cock on the table, fuck you.
Jeez.
Just really come swinging. Because I'm thinking, I'm the young buck in the press box. then,
Yeah.
right?
Gotta
Uh,
make
Maybe you
enemies
could just
right
get
off
them
the
to
hop.
sew
Yeah.
a fabric cock in there, and when you
Yeah.
open it up, the actual cock would just fall out. This one.
You should just have a general like asshole statement that you could just have like 4 times as much. People are like, as what? You're like, yeah.
Exactly.
4 times as much. Terry. Jones.
Well, now that
Others
we've
media?
taken our shots at media members and I've come off as an absolute asshole, we can resume the podcast. A big thanks to Indochino. All right, we got about 10, 11 minutes to go on the podcast. Big brother talk, guys. So
let me start this off.
Oh,
Yeah,
finally, you're
Cliff
up
Notes.
to date. Yeah, you
I
lead
like
it.
it.
You got
Yeah,
your
yeah.
Cliff Notes. Is that what you said?
Oh, nice.
No, that he's gonna do the Cliff Notes. That's
Nice.
Everyone who's not in that 6-person alliance, with the exception of like Nick and Sam, are idiots. They are so stupid for not voting out Jack. Like even Cliff. Cliff's a dumbass as well.
I know.
man.
Why did he give in?
But start it by like just a recap of last week. What happened?
Cliff battles his way back.
Yes.
Wins HOH.
Yes.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Like a
Unbelievable.
hamster flushed down the toilet who swims against the current and is later found doing laps in the bowl.
And has the balls to take a shot
He
at
takes
the
a
two
shot.
strongest guys in the house.
But there's this secret power. Christy has the secret power, threatens to throw a wrench in everything. Still, Jackson and Mickey are up. Mickey wins veto. Not the end of the world, because the two outcomes at that point were either Christy uses the power
And Mickey picks.
the
replacement.
or Cliff has to pick the replacement nominee.
Right.
What Cliff does is put up Bella and doesn't make Christy use
Right.
the power.
But you missed something. Christy went in there and did like a game-changing conversation.
Yeah.
She talked him into it and made it seem mutually beneficial for both of them not to do this, which it was, because by doing this, he now got backing of 6 people. He can be the 7th in that alliance, and they all like him. And the way he handled it too, going to them and just being like, look, I took my shot, it didn't work. Let's move on from here with the newfound, like the fact that I did this for you guys. I didn't make her use her power. She has it in the future. Christy didn't have to use it. I showed you guys my word. I just attached myself to the strongest people in the house. It was genius by both of them.
You're playing for 7th place then. It just seems like
No,
they're all playing for 7th place.
Because they're all because the minute one of the couples takes a shot at another couple, it's going to be couples versus. It's going to be like
Which is
revenge.
happening.
And Cliff just kind of sits back
will.
and goes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just wait and see how the dust settles with the people that are left."
So, well, here's the thing. Like, I don't disagree, because we know and can see what is happening from our end of things.
Right.
It does, like, you can't.
Yeah, it
you
makes it
can't
easier to
trust
say.
those
I
6
agree.
You can't trust those 6 people. But all this other shit and kind of how Mickey's kind of becoming, the enemy within
bit
that
of a villain,
6.
yeah.
And I can see them wanting to start shoot at each other. He can just step away and let it happen and not really have any blood on his hands. I get that's like a safe play, but also he could have just knocked over the first domino and got Jax out, and then they would have just started picking each other off because Annalise is now without her partner, and freaking Christy is always crazy and paranoid.
No, but worst case scenario, those 5 regroup and they just go back at Cliff, and they put Cliff and Jessica
don't think
up,
they
and it's
do.
just another week again.
I think you, well, maybe they do, but that might bring them together. But I think it would actually make them actually come against Nick faster. Mickey.
He had a head of household that is the odd one where you piss off 2 people,
Yeah.
and immediately
Try to work
by
with
the
them.
end of it, he gets them back. Like, that never fucking happens.
But I just don't know how much he can trust them to be loyal.
Nobody can't
He
trust
doesn't
a
have
soul.
to. That's the thing. He doesn't have to. He just has to do whatever everybody likes him, I think.
The
Like,
only
that's-
trustworthy
I think everyone likes Cliff. I think
The only trustworthy person is who?
I swear the only trustworthy person in that entire house is Nicole and Cliff.
Really? I thought Nick was I think Nick.
Oh man, he's weird.
No, I
He's
think
a weirdo.
I kind of
man.
like Nick.
I like him too.
I think he
No.
kind of got.
How could you get with Bella? She's insane.
She is.
Like, I love you. Like, do you though?
And
Nick?
and he was teeing
That's
off. He
fucked
was
up,
teeing
like-
off Nicole, and he drank the Kool-Aid just like Bella did.
Nah, but
when
it's
they
mob. Look, you're in that house. Like, you can get talked into thinking some weird ways, I imagine. But
Well,
I
like,
just
think for yourself. He got told what to think in 30 seconds.
love, man. Love after 3
No.
weeks. That's what
not
love will
by,
do.
Not from her.
Oh, by
when
who?
Nicole
Oh,
goes and
yes,
gives him the
yes, yes.
information, he goes and does the veto thing or whatever it was. Goes back to his room, congregates with his team, and then tells them what Nicole just said, and they just all told him that he's a liar and she's a bully and not them.
Have
and
you
this
noticed?
And that.
Have you noticed how Mickey's playing Nicole like that? The hugs they have in the storage room. Like, he's kind of using the old like, I know I'm super hot, and like she just likes to hug
I
me, and
can't
like
I do not enjoy
stand.
Mickey nor Aquaman.
I
I
can't.
I
really,
can't
hate Jackson.
Dan
Or
Mickey.
Jack. Both of them.
Mickey's a dickbag, man. Like, he
Holly
says
seems
so
they
much.
so
both
nice.
are.
He says so much shitty stuff, and like,
Look how he
they're-
treats Kat.
Everybody treats everybody like shit, and so does the other one. And like, neither of them are like that A grade alpha where they have any sort of star power that people are excited to be
Yeah.
around them.
They're
They're like, this season of Big Brother, I feel like it's almost like caricatures of Big Brother's past.
No, but how funny is it that the girls left are all super like normal and cool. Like they're none of them have like a huge drama. Like
Another Bella and
now that they're
Emmy, what was the girl's
it's
name?
like they got rid of them, and like Annalise seems super cool. Holly seems super cool. Catherine's hilarious.
Oh my god,
Christy,
Catherine is hilarious.
Christy can go crazy.
Kat's
I
gotta
know.
start
but-
working. Like she's such a wild card that she fucks the house up with.
Why did
kind
you
of-
vote for Mickey when he wasn't even up for nomination? Because
Yeah,
Nikki
that
Julie
was-
Chen's like,
Nikki
oh,
is waging
Yeah,
mental
war. Yeah.
warfare on her.
she was fucking around. She didn't actually mean to do that.
No, but she's actually, I think, dumb. She's smarter than she's giving herself credit for. I think she's playing dumb.
Yeah. Well,
I also think she's a little.
But she's
pretty-
playing it dumber than
She
she
plays
is.
it up when she
Yes,
needs to.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. She says outrageous shit for entertainment purposes, and I always respect that.
Oh, she is entertaining as
I
all
like
hell.
her. I like. What's funny is, other than the two guys, the two alpha males, I like everybody in the house now.
But they're not. I don't know that they are real alpha males, right? I think that they.
Well, they're alpha in the
in the context of the house.
In the context of the house,
yeah, in the context,
Yeah, yeah.
They're
And that
they're the power hungry. They're trying to push. They're not good alphas.
No.
They're not leader
No,
alphas.
exactly.
Like they would get if they were in a proper team environment with a proper alpha,
Yes.
those guys would have their asses served.
So is this week going to be the week that kind of solidifies everybody's hate for Mickey because of the way that he treats Holly now that she has the power?
He is
do
taking
you
a
think?
lot of heat online. Like I follow the feeds,
Yeah.
and like Bella got lit up for being a bitch a few weeks back.
And didn't production say something to her?
Didn't Aquaman get lit up for being racist?
And if you watch the feeds as I do, it is heavy.
Yeah, he said something about Isabella, didn't he?
Well, no, not really.
He just made a comment
He
about
just said
like
something mean
rice
to her, but it
noodles.
wasn't
Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah, but still, you can't say
No,
that
you
shit
can't,
with the
man.
live feeds going.
You can't, because the people who are watching the feeders as I call us,
Yeah,
we're gonna call you out on that shit, and we're gonna get into your life. We're gonna look back through your old tweets. We're gonna get in.
can you
business.
imagine being like called into the diary room and all of a sudden you sit down and the producers are just like, "We don't have anything to tell you other than lay off the fucking racist stuff."
have to
And
do
he's
it
like,
all the time.
"Holy shit!" And imagine how
the
much
time.
that gets in you. You're just like, oh, "What did I say? Like I might have slipped. I might not have meant anything by it. Like it might have just been a stupid joke."
Oh, there was one year that they had a female that was being like super racist towards Asians. It was her name started with a K. And when she came out and got evicted, Julie like gave her shit.
Gave her shit. Yeah.
Who was that? It was like
Caitlyn or
yeah,
Kaylin.
Yeah.
Or,
But
Yeah,
Julie carved
Yeah.
her on her
Immediately.
eviction night.
But-
and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
Also, I thought
That
that,
was last-
Julie
that
was
was
like
just last year, wasn't
quasi
it?
low key
2 years
racist to
ago.
Bella. Did you see when she did the exit interview? She's like, "So you and Nick, hey, is that going to work on the outside?" And she's like, He's a real nice guy." She goes, "Well, good luck with your tiger mom with all of
Yeah.
that."
I was
And like
whoa.
reached over
No,
and
I
patted her on the arm.
I thought that was a moment of empathy.
Yeah.
No,
No, dude.
no.
I thought
no.
that was like, I get it. Like
I thought that
had
was like-
No,
tiger
no.
mom.
I
It was
had
like,
that-
"Oh yeah, good luck with that one. I'm sure you're going to have your tiger mom let you
It's
do
interesting the two ways you can kind of read that.
Well, what did you think? I thought it was
I was
empathetic.
more along his line.
that.
I
Yeah,
was
I'm a
like,
tiger mom
oh.
myself. My Asian daughter's never going to date a white guy she met on Big Brother.
And this is why chat rooms work, because in this room, two people saw it one way and two people saw it the other.
Yeah.
We should argue about it more.
So Holly's HOH?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be a boring.
Which is
last week.
well,
that
I just-
competition looked like hell on earth for a groin, because like
Well, here's the chance to backdoor Mickey because
She's in a showmance with him.
she's in a showman.
And I'm pretty sure they knew
not
each
with
other
the diamond
before this.
power of veto.
Who knew
If
each
they're
other?
Holly and
honestly,
Mickey.
if the other four of that 6-person alliance are fed up with Mickey and Christy has the diamond power of
Yeah.
veto, there is is there no better narrative than on the girlfriend's HOH sending the boyfriend
Yeah.
home?
Yeah,
Like-
but I don't think they're going to do that shit.
that would
yet.
be sweet irony, but
They
I
got
don't think it would happen.
But yeah, you're right. They are starting to turn on
If
each
Holly,
other.
Holly's got to she's got to become self-aware and she needs to separate from Mickey.
When they were doing the voting and Annalise came out and Julie Chen was like, "Annalise is in a romance or a showmance with Aquaman." No, she isn't. I
Yes, she
already-
is.
But
Yes, she
they,
is.
they never show them together.
They
Yeah, they
kiss.
do.
They showed him
they
kissing.
show him kissing. Yeah.
When I've watched like every.
They did. They spent like a whole chunk of an episode on the two of them like getting all close together.
Oh,
Right at the very beginning. Yeah.
Pashing.
They were actually, I think, one of the
Pashing?
first.
Was it pashing?
I think they were the first ones to like actually be shown.
No.
kinda
The first
kissing.
one
Bella.
was Mickey and Kat.
Oh yeah.
So
he's
do
taking
we-
down two.
Do we? Okay,
and
so
then
you
like
watched.
then it's like and as an asshole, it's like, okay, we can't be seen each other. It's like and
And then they get together and do a final two.
You
That's
watch
so BB.
You watch the live feeds. Do you see anything with Christy and Tommy? Has that come out?
Chrissy and Tommy, like how they know each other.
Yeah.
no. Oh.
Chalmers, yes, I know everything.
Oh shit.
Tommy used to date Christy's aunt.
No. We all know that from the very
Christy
beginning.
dated
I mean,
someone related to Tommy.
Tommy's aunt.
yeah, I think it was the aunt. I'm pretty sure it was the aunt.
It's his aunt.
Because so
we know this. Us feeders know.
that is a known fact.
There's
That's a known
photos on
fact
Facebook.
from the very beginning.
Does everyone in the
but
house
doesn't
know?
people in the house know?
No,
That's what I was
They've
asking.
kept that under
So when
wraps.
they won something recently, they called them both to the diary
Oh,
room.
yeah,
They were
the
like,
poison
yay,
ivy.
we can be friends.
Yeah, poison ivy. Yeah,
But they're not friends because Tommy said, I hope my family understands.
Feel
that I
bad
have
for
to
the
work with
aunt
her."
being like, oh, my nephew and
I
my
really want the truth
ex-girlfriend.
because when they opened up the show for the season, she said she just broke up with her significantly older girlfriend,
Yeah.
Tommy.
and then we find out Tommy's like I'm hoping it's Tommy's grandma. Like I'm hoping
Feeders
it's
is that, yeah.
So comically ridiculous.
There's photos of them.
To say significantly older.
There's photos of them. She's a kook.
Okay.
Is she?
nice. Well, yeah. Tommy is just like so spry. Hey, he can't move around without like doing a
Looking
dance or like a
beautiful,
jump,
just
like a
everything
prance.
is just
Oh my god,
choreographed.
He
he's
looks
so
like
graceful.
Matthew Snyder.
Matthew Schneider,
Like the hockey player?
Oh yeah,
Of
yeah.
course,
Oh,
everybody looks like a
yeah,
hockey
yeah,
player.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then
I can see
what's
that.
his nuts looks like an ugly Connor.
Nick.
Ugly Connor.
Nick looks like Ugly Connor. I
Yep.
said that on the last podcast, and you guys were like,
Now I see
Did you
it.
though?
yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't.
Roll the tape.
I see it now.
Huh.
Yeah. he
I would
does.
love if button that we hadn't tried yet was. I said was. Nick's an ugly Connor. See, I told you.
But what one of these buttons does do, it might take a second to kick in here, but it's our extra music. It plays our
Oh,
extra
so are we done?
music.
Don't worry, we'll do
There
good
you
and
go.
bad. We'll do good and bad of the week next week.
We haven't done good and bad in a month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come
well.
on. You can't just make up segments and
No,
bring them
I
back
know.
and non as
I'm going to do one of my movie
Construction
reviews.
corner. Do you guys still want that?
All right.
by popular
Off the
demand.
rails as per usual. Summer content.
Summer content. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 132 of Nation Real Life is over.
Excuse me there. I just lost my train of thought.